On this episode of O'Fallon Matters, find out how to get a permit from the comfort of your home, discover fun events that are happening all summer long, and we'll celebrate a state championship with a local high school baseball team. All this and more next on O'Fallon Matters. Welcome to this episode of O'Fallon Matters. We're here at Fort Zumwalt North High School for the Regional Police Canine Competitions. OFallonTV's Joe Meyer followed these amazing animals as they competed in a variety of trials and certification exercises. Here's their story.
On a warm weekend in June, canine teams from around the Midwest gathered at Fort Zumwalt High School for the USPCA Region 16 trials. The City of O'Fallon's Canine Unit coordinated and hosted this year's event with help from O'Fallon's Police Explorers and the CERT team.
The last time that the United States Police Canine Association had trials in Missouri, it was back in 1999. So it's been a long time since it's been hosted in Missouri. So it's taken a ton of work getting here, but it's great for us. It brings on a lot of revenue for hotels, for the 3 nights for all the handlers and judges, meals and everything like that. So it's a neat event to put on.
We have a myriad of canines from Illinois and also Indiana. We have 3 teams from Evansville, Indiana, and I believe 1 down from Posey County. It's along the Kentucky border.
These trials are required so that handlers and their dogs maintain the level of professionalism essential for the protection of both law enforcement officers and their canine partner.
Each individual event gets graded and judged on the handler's performance and the dog's performance. And in addition to that, there is a combination of all of the events then that are put together. The dogs have to meet a minimum standard for our obedience routine and our criminal apprehension or bite routines. It's imperative that they do well in all of the events, but primarily the emphasis is on the obedience control and the criminal apprehension control.
O'Fallon's canine team spends all year training for this specific event. In fact, Officer Tom Thompson and his dog Eris spend free time working through drills that will better prepare them for competition.
What we do when we're getting ready for an event like this, we have to bear in mind we're continually training our dogs to work the road, but then we got to get them ready for this. This is a little more structured than the random stuff we do to keep them prepared for the road. So it's a lot of work because you want to get them ready for this, but you want to keep them ready to work the road and not fall into patterns or rotations that they're familiar with.
The USPCA trials took place over 3 days, and each day featured rigorous certification tests that push both handlers and their canines to the edge.
The first day that we did is obedience and then agility. With obedience, we're testing to make sure the dogs are under control at all times. With the agility, we're making the dogs surmount obstacles that they're going to face in real life, fences, ladders, all different kinds of things.
On the second day, canines were tested in suspect and article search.
The final thing we do is the criminal apprehension work, and that's, again, to prove that the dogs will bite when we tell them to bite, and more importantly, that they'll let go when we tell them to let go. In that, we also do a recall, where we send them after a bad guy, a decoy, and we got to stop them and bring them back, which is really important. That, all of that stuff just shows it's us certifying, saying, hey, our dogs are under control and our dogs do what they say. Also, the part of that, we do criminal apprehension under gunfire, and that's just to test the dog's courage under gunfire, to know that if it had to be deployed into gunfire, he would go without any hesitation.
After 3 days of competition, all the scores were tallied, and O'Fallon's canine team came out of the competition victorious. Canine Talos won top dog. Talos also won first place in criminal apprehension. Tom Thompson and Eris won second place in obedience, third place in agility, and fifth place overall. Canine Odin and his handler, Matt Frokovic, won second place in criminal apprehension. And best of all, Team O'Fallon won first place for overall team, along with the Russ Hess Sportsmanship Award.
They did a fantastic job. This is really a wonderful event. I'm really glad we hosted this and had the opportunity to really have the public out here to enjoy it as well.
Now, it's on to the national competition for O'Fallon's award-winning canine team. Good luck and keep up the good work on the road. If you would like more information on O'Fallon's canine team, you can go to www.o'fallon.mo.us/pd.
A whole community came out to celebrate the lives of those who have battled cancer, along with raising money toward ending this deadly disease. OFallonTV's Brett Figgis takes us inside the Relay for Life, held at Fort Zumwalt South High School.
It's hard to believe a walk around a high school track could bring an entire community together. But the Relay for Life is no ordinary walk. It's a worldwide fundraising phenomenon that allows people affected by cancer to raise funds towards cancer research. And every step participants took was a step to end cancer for good. People from throughout St. Charles County came to Fort Zumwalt South High School for the annual Relay for Life, including cancer survivors, caregivers, and families who have lost someone in the fight against cancer. Since the first Relay for Life in 1985, this event has raised almost $5 billion for cancer research. And today, more than 4 million people in over 20 countries take part in local Relay for Life events.
It's community-based, it's businesses, local sponsors, local families, and we just love getting together to support each other.
And everybody knows somebody that has cancer. Everybody is touched by it in some way. And so if everybody gets out here to help raise money for awareness, maybe someday we'll have a cure.
And then we like to try to be support for anyone going through the cancer treatment so we can help there to be there for you.
After the opening ceremonies, cancer survivors took the first lap around the track. The Survivors Lap lets cancer survivors celebrate their victory over cancer to the sound of roaring applause and cheers. Then, anyone who has ever cared for someone with cancer was recognized during the Caregivers Lap. After these two special laps, all the participants joined in. As they walked, they swapped stories, shared memories, and above all else, took action against a disease that has already taken too much. Every participant has a personal story involving a fight against cancer, and the sense of community and camaraderie this walk builds helps remind every participant that they are not alone.
We're here to support my sister, who was recently diagnosed with lung cancer. We're from the St. Charles County, and she's formed a team out here, and so we joined the team to support her and be with her.
This is my second year with Relay for Life. We are cancer survivors. We work together. This is very important for us to be together and help each other and support each other, raise money for cancer. We really appreciate it. Love the event.
Well, it's representing the struggle that people have going through cancer and the people that are there to support them. And this is a big supporting event.
Everybody's here for the same reason.
Yes.
To fight cancer and find a cure.
Relay for Life is a life-changing fundraising event that O'Fallon is proud to be a part of, and our community definitely stepped up to the challenge. Over 460 participants raised nearly $70,000 for cancer research, and our community honored cancer survivors, remembered loved ones lost in the fight, and brought people together in solidarity against this disease. Thanks to everyone in St. Charles County who made this event such a great success. And we'll see you next year at the next Relay for Life.
Getting a permit in O'Fallon is easier than ever. All you have to do is sign up online.
The City of O'Fallon has experienced an increase in permit requests in the last few years, and chances are that you may be planning to make upgrades to your home. It's important to remember that you'll likely need to get a permit through the City of O'Fallon.
You need to obtain a permit for any new construction, additions, remodels, basement finishes, pools, decks, pretty much any structure that's built or altered or repaired you need a permit for. Some of the common things that you don't need a permit for are replacing flooring, painting, roofing, and other minor cosmetic issues such as that.
Approval of plans and inspection of work being done helps ensure that your home improvement projects meet minimum code requirements while improving your property. And getting a permit is now easier than ever. After much thought and planning, the City of O'Fallon has come up with a new process that makes getting a permit efficient for residents, businesses, and staff.
So we've launched the O'Fallon Permitting, Licensing, and Enforcement Portal, or as we call OPAL, O-P-L-E, to allow citizens to be able to make applications for building permits, development permits, different engineering permits, business licensing, and in the future, liquor licensing. They'll be able to apply online, make payments, schedule inspections, and essentially conduct all their business online. The new OPAL software is a win-win for everybody. It's a win for the city because it reduces our time that we need to spend on projects. It's a win for citizens and contractors and business owners because they'll be able to conduct their business online. It provides transparency and up-to-date information and allows them to make payments, which equates to fewer trips to City Hall.
Finding and navigating this online process takes no time at all.
You always have to have a username and login if you want to follow up on your cases. So if you were going to submit a code enforcement complaint, you could do it anonymously, but it still needs some sort of login so that we can register and make sure that it's a valid complaint. For contractors, they have to have a username and login so that they can get online and search for their projects and be able to make payments. You can go to several places on the City of O'Fallon website to find this information. You can go under the engineering section, building, planning, and code enforcement.
We'll keep you up to date on any changes to OPAL on future episodes of O'Fallon Matters. And in the meantime, if you need help with this online system, you can email Jared Agee directly at jagee@o'fallon.mo.us.
It's time for a break. When we come back, we'll hear about the fun summer events taking place in O'Fallon. Plus, we'll learn about a popular program that provides homebound residents with a daily hot meal. You're watching O'Fallon Matters.
Wait, should I lock my car? I mean, it would just take a second. But if I locked it, then I'd have to unlock it when I came back, and that becomes a whole thing. It'd take like 4 whole seconds to fish my car keys out, and who's got time for that? And what if my hands were full? What if it's raining? What if I'm in a hurry? Yeah, I won't bother. What's the worst that can happen?
Thieves are on the lookout for unlocked cars in O'Fallon, and when you forget to lock your door, they can help themselves to your stuff right behind your back. So if you'd like to keep your personal belongings right where you left them, remember to lock it or risk losing it.
The Francis Howell Vikings baseball team hoisted another Class 5 state championship trophy. Joe Meyer is here with their victory and celebration.
Winning a state championship in any sport is a once-in-a-lifetime experience that most student athletes and coaches never realize. The Francis Howell baseball program continues to dominate the Missouri high school baseball scene with dedication and a thirst for victory. And once again, Francis Howell came through with an epic performance on the diamond to win their 4th Class 5 state championship under Hall of Fame manager Tony Perkins by beating Lee Summit West in Jeff City.
When you work real hard and to see it happen or come to fruition, or you would say, or you know, it's just the most satisfying thing ever.
I've been playing with a lot of these guys since I was 8 years old, so we've had a great chemistry. And from the beginning of the season, we were thinking state was our goal from the get-go, and it was just the run was awesome.
Just in the first round of the playoffs, we just had to play against great teams, and then it didn't really get any easier as we went on. And then we'd played most of the teams that we played in the playoffs already, so I guess that helped us a lot because we knew what they had and we knew what we needed to do to beat them. So I think playing the best competition is really helpful for us.
After the last out was made, the players rushed out for a traditional pileup. Parents and students cheered on the Vikings as they received the coveted Class 5 state championship trophy.
It was awesome. It was just pure happiness, joy, and looking back on all the work we put in, it was just a great feeling to know that we put in so much work and we got rewarded for it.
As I've gotten older, I've kind of, stepped back and just watched a little bit more than I normally do. When I was younger, I don't think I ever jumped on a dog pile. I sure wanted to. I was so excited, but now I'm kind of just enjoying watching the kids, and I'll find my wife in the stands, Tracy, I'll find her in the stands, and I'll talk to people in the stands, and just the whole atmosphere of the thing is awesome.
Coach Perkins is the anchor that makes this baseball program a perennial winner. And this year's trip to state was even better because he received his 500th victory as a head coach.
To get him his 500th win, especially one of his sons, that was very special to me to get him his 500th win and even move on to the state title game. That was just very emotional for our family and just our whole team.
I knew it going in that, I did the math, and I said, and the Twins knew it, I said, I'd like to get 28 W's this year. And so we started off real good. And then we went through a lull, and it kind of got away from me. Because I didn't even think about it, And then a reporter asked me, he walked up, first thing out of his mouth was $4.99. I'm going, what? And he was $4.99. I go, what are you talking about? And he said, 49 wins. I go, oh, really? So I said, that's the Twins. They'll know, because they were aware, and they wanted to do it for me, and they did.
2016 was another memorable run for the Francis Howell baseball program. They finished off the season with a spirited, hard-nosed run to another championship. And for Coach Perkins, winning his 4th state title will be the last time he'll be able to celebrate a championship with one of his sons.
It's really weird. All 4 of my sons got 2 championships, and the Twins got to play in 3 state championship games, and that's, I don't know, that's storybook right there. That's pretty good.
Congratulations to the Francis Howell baseball program for winning another Class 5 state championship. And congratulations to Coach Perkins on his well-deserved 500th victory.
Looking for something fun to do this summer? You don't need to go far for great music, mouth-watering food festivals, and America's favorite pastime.
If you need inspiration for some summer fun with your family, you're lucky that you live in O'Fallon. We've got plenty of great events coming up, and you'll find there's lots to do in your hometown. Enjoying America's favorite pastime doesn't require a trip into St. Louis. At CarShield Field, the River City Rascals take on all comers, and the crack of the bat will thrill every baseball lover in the stands. And with promotional events almost every game, fans of all ages will love taking in a game at this unique attraction. The Rascals have games scheduled through September, so there's no shortage of baseball action still ahead this summer in O'Fallon. CarShield Field is part of the Ozzie Smith Sports Complex, which is located at the corner of T.R. Hughes Boulevard and Tom Ginnever Avenue. But great baseball action isn't all we have to offer this summer. Our next event takes us over to Civic Park. Every Tuesday at the Civic Park Bandstand, music lovers know they can enjoy another incredible night of live music at the O'Fallon Jammin' Concert Series. With bands like Groove Thang, Memphis Ride, and Retro Boogie on the summer lineup, along with a huge selection of food trucks and concession options, it's no wonder thousands of people enjoy every jammin' show. Shows kick off at 6:30 p.m., and you can find a full list of performers and food trucks by visiting www.o'fallon.mo.us/jammin'. And if you like the food trucks available at each Jammin' show, you're going to love this next summer tradition. O'Fallon's popular food truck frenzy is back in a big way in 2016. Our first 2 dates brought thousands of hungry residents to CarShield Field and O'Fallon Sports Park, and we're definitely looking forward to more dates later in the summer. At the Food Truck Frenzy, you'll enjoy a tasty evening of gourmet food truck fare and live local music. You'll want to make sure you come hungry because each Food Truck Frenzy offers over 10 delicious food trucks to choose from. Don't miss this unforgettable summer tradition.
Our next Food Truck Frenzy is on August 5th in Fort Zumwalt Park. But if you stop by this beautiful park a little sooner, you can tour two important pieces of O'Fallon history.
It's hard to imagine O'Fallon as the leading edge of the American frontier, but in 1799, this area was just being settled by families like Jacob Zumwalt's. As the years passed, Zumwalt's fortified log cabin became part of Darius Heald's land, and the Stony Point mansion overlooked the now dilapidated fort. Today, both sites have been restored to their former glory and are open for tours on the 2nd and 4th Sundays of the month through September. The Heald home and Zumwalt's fort allow visitors to travel back in time and see historical artifacts, furniture, and living spaces while standing in one of O'Fallon's most picturesque parks.
This is just a small taste of what's going on around town here in O'Fallon, and you can find a full listing of all the activities that we've got planned on the city's website or by checking out the summer edition of your Parks and Rec Guide. And no matter what you decide to do, remember to get outside and enjoy summer here in O'Fallon.
Making sure homebound seniors have a hot meal and a little company is the idea behind this important program. Joe Meyer has more.
Did you know that seniors nationwide are struggling with hunger, isolation, and the ability to pay for basic living needs? Seniors may experience a decline in the mobility or health that can take away their independence and lower their quality of life. With life expectancy reaching record highs, it's important that we care for all seniors in St. Charles County, and that's why Meals on Wheels is so important to O'Fallon. What started as a compassionate idea in 1954 has now grown into one of the largest, most effective social movements in America. Meals on Wheels helps 2.4 million seniors annually, and here in O'Fallon, the mission continues.
For some, it is the only meal that they may eat that day, and it's the only person that they'll see that day. We have a lot of seniors that live by themselves, are not able to cook. Families live in a different town areas, different states, and they cannot cook, so they depend on this meal.
Qualifying for Meals on Wheels is simple. Plus, there are no financial qualifications for the program.
To be eligible for Meals on Wheels, you have to be 60 years of age or older and basically be homebound. Homebound means that you cannot drive, that you are literally in your home and need that meal. You can't cook. A lot of people use walkers or wheelchairs, and they can't even have access to the stove, microwaves, or whatever. So,
for O'Fallon resident Juanita Hummel, Meals on Wheels has kept her in her home and provided a nutritious meal.
It helps me so much. It keeps me from having to do so much for myself, and it's healthy. There's no telling what I'd eat if I didn't have that. It's just a blessing.
Meals on Wheels provides the ability for every community across St. Charles County to effectively and compassionately care for their aging neighbors. At the heart of this community solution are dedicated volunteers who keep the wheels turning.
Well, I come here to the senior center around 10 o'clock and I pick up my meals, and from there I count them to make sure I've got the right amount to take with me. I load them into my truck, then I deliver them to the people and get to visit with some, and that's about what it entails. I think I receive more of a blessing than they do, and I've always enjoyed being with the senior citizens. It's just something that's part of my day.
Not only does Meals on Wheels provide a nutritious meal, but it also keeps a watchful eye on homebound seniors.
We want everybody to be able to stay in their home as long as possible. And this is the number one way, nutrition-wise, that these people can stay in their homes.
And just this year, the City of O'Fallon introduced a new donation program that allows residents a chance to help Meals on Wheels when they pay their city water, sewer, or trash collection bills. Residents can sign up for the program by sending a note with their signature to O'Fallon's utility billing requesting to donate their choice of $1, $3, or $5 to the charity. The donation will be added to their bi-monthly bill. For more information about O'Fallon's new donation program, you can call 636-379-5488 or you can email kpiper@o'fallon.mo.us. For more information on Meals on Wheels in O'Fallon, you can go to the Mideast Area on Aging's website at www.mid-eastaaa.org.
All right, you take care.
We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you have a good story idea, let us know. You can email us at OFallonTV@o'fallon.mo.us. And remember, give back to your community because O'Fallon matters to all of us.